AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Yo, man, y'all know what this is. We smiling. Game 3.
Knicks Rehab.
Wow.
Knicks Rehab, y'all.
That's how you answer the bell, y'all. That's how you answer the bell on the road. Down 20. That's how you answer the bell.
Pierre Moise. He said, nah, homie, you dumped on us 2 days ago. Your boy Flea held it down.
Allen Houston.
Held what down? Telling Tibbs to do his damn job, which he finally did. Thank you for putting out 10 guys in the rotation tonight and resting these bums. Jesus Christ. Game 3, it's over. Big Knicks. Yeah, Big Knicks. 106-100 victory over them bum-ass Indiana Pacers. You know how we do. Front running. Yeah, of course we front running. We take the baton, keep it moving. You talking about 16 points for OG Anunoby, 24 for Anthony Towns, 20 points in the fourth quarter, 3 of 7 from the three-point line, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. All of them shots came from in the fourth quarter. He had 6 turnovers, by the way, 5 fouls. He played most of the game in foul, or the second half in foul trouble. And of course, 6 points for Mitchell Robinson, 6 rebounds. He had a decent game. 15 points for Mikal Bridges. He was on and off. 23 for Jalen Brunson. For the most part, he played like hot trash. Came in, had some clutch plays in the fourth quarter. 8 points for Josh Hart off the bench. I forgot to mention, Big Mitch, money-making Mitch, started this game for Josh Hart. We'll talk about how we like that in a second. Deuce McBride, 9 points, +7 in the plus-minus. He was second to Landry Shamet. 3 points for him, but amazing defense in the third quarter, y'all. Landry Shamet? Yeah, that guy. AllBall's little brother. You kidding me? AllBall. How we feeling about this game, man? Game 3, Knicks pull it off. Pacers still up 2-1. Eastern Conference Finals.
Let me just say this, man. I watched the whole game sitting on the edge of my couch. I made sure I got my naps in today because I knew this was going to be a ride. Pause. That's how you answer the bell. My anxiety is at an all-time high. I was nervous. I was scared. But, for me, Tom Thibodeau just showing that he can adjust. That was the difference. There were a lot of guys today that played a major part. Right coming into the game for those minutes. Shaman, big 3-point shot. I got to give a shout out to Tibbs and to the bench. Just the minutes that we needed. These are things that we've been preaching about all season. And tonight, Tibbs got out of his own stubborn way and he actually coached. Got to give him props. But I got to give props to Deuce, Shamit, Wright, like Hart. Like I said, guys accepting their roles. Oh, Darlene Bryant, the beautiful, the lovely, is in the building. If Tori B is in the building, big shout out. But tonight, we answered the bell. For me, fellas, I don't respect Indiana. I don't like Indiana. All I remember from Indiana is when they was in the Eastern Conference Finals last season, they got swept. So for me, if we play our game, if the refs allow us to play our game, this would be a whole different ball game. Big shout out to Karl Anthony Towns. Fourth quarter cat. Brought us home. This was a collective. But for me, the ball game, and this is going to surprise y'all, the ball game goes to Tom Thibodeau for not being afraid to bench his star player, to keep Brunson on the bench, knowing that he had a horrific game on both ends of the floor. Foul trouble, couldn't knock down a shot, forcing shots. Big shout out to Tom Thibodeau for understanding the assignment. This was a must-win, do or die. This was a game 7, and we came out with the win. We are officially in a series. But I got to give props to the bench. Got to give props to OG. But the bench, y'all. Fabian, we've all been saying this for a long time. McConnell comes off the bench and gives them between 10 to 15 points. And today we matched that. That was the ball game. Guys wasn't gassed. Like I said, those minutes that were played by guys means a lot. I don't care what nobody say. When you're a baller at that level, 2-3 minutes means a lot when it comes to rest. What Mitchell Robinson means on the defensive end is so underrated, it doesn't make any sense. Him and OG are the anchors of that defense, and you cannot credit them enough. OG is flying under the radar with the type of basketball he's playing tonight. He hit 2 3-point shots that if he don't make those, I don't think we win this ball game. So for me, listen, man, down the stretch, guys hit free throws. Big shout out Hart and Cat. Brunson hit some free throws. Hart with the toughness, getting the rebounds. But listen, fellas, we did this as a collective. And I'm going to say it again. Tibbs wasn't scared to coach. Brunson didn't have it. He kept him on the bench. So for me, I'm ecstatic. I'm happy, and I'm just joyed that, we're back in this thing. We're not down 0-3. We're back in this thing, and we have a tough road ahead of us. But as y'all can see, anything is possible! I'm tired of being on the wrong side of history, Fleet. We about to be on the right side. The floor is yours.
Lee, Knicks win by 6. 106-100, lowest scoring output by both teams in the series so far. What's your reaction to the Game 3 victory by the New York Knicks?
Extremely, extremely impressed with the fight down the stretch. Never get too high, never get too low with this team. This team has been proven to be resilient all season long. I think last episode, we got a little mixed up with me and OG going back and forth about Tibbs. But in fact, we got to just take a look at this team. We are so in love with this team because they've been resilient all throughout the playoffs. So we know what they're capable of, right? We know what we could do when we put everything together, right? That's where you get the passion and the back and forth, is because we know what we're capable of, man. If we play with some level of aggression, right? This is the third time we've been down 20 this playoffs and walked the team down.
On the road.
These things are happening on the road. We are now 6-1 on the road in the playoffs. That's huge in the playoffs. Now, one absolutely, you gotta take care of home, like OG always says to us. You gotta take care of home. But the biggest hurdle that you can jump over, that is difficult to jump over, is winning games on the road in the playoffs. And we've been able to do that every series that we've been in. We've been able to win multiple games on the road in Detroit, multiple games on the road in Boston. And now to get this series back to where we want it, to go back to New York, we need to win another game on the road. I thought Cat was big down the stretch. I thought we used our smarts finally and said, this guy has it rolling. Let's go to him. Tibbs did exactly what everybody has been begging him to do, right? Everybody's been begging him. My brother's on the screen, people in the chat, myself. He finally did what everybody's been begging him to do, which is go into the bench and play guys and see what they made of at this point. We down 0-2. We on the road. It's a must-win. It's a must-win game. We're lacking on the defensive end. Do you see what he just did by starting Mitchell Robinson? By starting Mitchell Robinson, it just deepens the bench. Now you could grab Deuce off the bench early and Josh Hart. The first sub tonight was Josh Hart for Cat. I don't know if y'all peeped that. That was the first sub tonight, Josh Hart for Cat. And he left Mitch in the game the entire first quarter. We want to establish a defensive presence and a presence on the glass. Now, unfortunately, the first half wasn't the greatest. We went down 20. I told y'all in the chat, this is the definition of giving up. This is what it looks like when you give up. That second half was a completely different second half. Completely different second half. Big shout out to DeLon Wright. Big shout out to Landry Shannon. Big shout out to Deuce McBride. Big shout out to Mitchell Robinson. All the ancillary pieces stepped up today. And I'm talking about defense. I'm talking about flying around, hitting big shots, playing with attitude. Did y'all see Deuce tonight? Playing with a level of attitude. Like, y'all niggas don't understand where we at right now? This is a moment. Let's step up. Let's get to it. Everybody was huge tonight. And the big fella was huge down the stretch in the fourth quarter. 20 big points. Nobody could stop him. Miles Turner, your food. Pascal Siakam, your food. Whoever in front of me. Andrew Nembhard, you get dunked on and won. That's the aggression that he has to play with. That level of freedom that he plays with, we got to get that from start to finish. Start to finish. Very, very impressed with our guys tonight. And in terms of Tibbs, I'm not a guy that likes to talk Tibbs too much because I know when guys are playing it the way they need to play on the basketball court, we don't need to talk about Tibbs. We can play with a level of aggression and a level of execution like we did. I don't need to talk about him. They handled their business on the basketball court. I love the win, and let's get ready for Tuesday.
Just Fabian, before you go real quick, OG Anunoby, 4 for 6 from 3. That's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead, Fabian. I'm sorry. I just want everybody to understand that. 4 for 6 from 3.
Can't hear you on mute.
OG Anunoby bridged the gap between whatever we had after a timeout in the third quarter, going leading to the Shamet, Deuce McBride minutes with Mitchell Robinson. I am not going to. I don't care what y'all say. I'm not apologizing for no damn Tibbs slander, none of that. Do that again. Why the hell did it take you 3 games to get 3 more guys off the bench? And look what happened. They look a little spry. We called it early in the fourth quarter. Nobody played 40 minutes. Nobody looked tired at the end of that game. Isaiah Thomas called them out on Twitter, and I hate the fact that other people got to retweet and repost the stars that played. Like, we're not invested in this. Thank you, Tom Thibodeau.
Isaiah Thomas will never be an NBA coach ever again in his life.
No, well, if I'm not mistaken, I thought it was the other Isaiah Thomas, Boston Celtic that I seen tweet.
It was that one. I'm sorry.
Right. It was that Isaiah Thomas. Yeah, it was that Isaiah Thomas that tweeted that.
I meant that too.
You ain't tell one lie anyway. So.
Yeah, I meant that too. Go ahead.
Yeah, and Tibbs just after the last game. After the last game, Tibbs was just. I didn't like how he reacted, and even benching Cat in the fourth quarter of last game, especially after game 1, when Cat was a part of a big reason why they were up 17, and then in game 2, he benches him like that. Now watching game 3, the biggest trouble is gonna be these Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns lineups. That it just is what it is. Brunson sat down in the fourth quarter again, and Cat was going crazy. The aggression, I haven't seen him look that spry the entire series, the entire playoffs, if I'm being honest. When was the last time he yammed on anybody, like you said, Flea? He was aggressive, like, oh, I'm getting the ball. I'm getting the rock. But is it Flea? You gotta answer him. Is it that? It's like, got the guy on the other side of the court, and I know he wants the ball. I know what he's thinking right now. It's burning your brain. Like, Brunson's on the court with me right now, and Cat is saying to himself, damn, I gotta kick it back to Brunson. I can't go crazy. What is Karl Anthony Towns thinking about when he's on the court? And I'm saying it's tougher for him to play with Jalen Brunson out there. AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.